you guys, welcome back. Today's Thursday and I figured we would just spend a few days together. Today I am starting off the day by making some coffee. I actually tried to wake up early today. My alarm went off at 5:15. I woke up by 5:30 and then I went to the living room. Like I got myself up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it today. I got myself up, I went to the living room and I stayed up until about 6:30 and then I passed out and I woke up to Ryan waking me up. And he was like, hey, it's 7:30, you should probably get up. And I was like, okay. So it's 7:45 now. I am going to make myself some coffee and then while that's brewing, I'm gonna take P on his walk and just kind of enjoy the day this morning. I don't believe I have any meetings today. No meetings today, so we'll have a little bit of flexibility with doing a workout. And tonight, I'm super excited. We actually had to reschedule it originally, but tonight we're headed off to play pool with a couple of friends. It's one of my friends and her fiance, and they're just the funniest people, like truly. They're characters. I don't know how else to say it. Like they're the best people ever and I just love hanging out with them. Like I always belly laugh when I'm around them. Like my cheeks hurt because I'm laughing so hard. It's like a constant joke with them. Like you can have serious conversations with them, but like it's like a constant, like you say anything and like her fiance especially comes back with a joke and it's so good. Anyway, we're gonna be playing pool with them tonight. None of us are good at pool, but it's just so fun to like go and not be good at something together. So I'm excited for that. That's kind of it. I started a new book in the last vlog, You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. It is a YA kind of thriller novel. So far I'm really liking it. I'm only like 15% of the way through though, so I don't have too many thoughts, but I am really enjoying it. I'm excited to be excited about reading again because for a hot second I was like kind of in a slump. I just decided to follow my gut and read something that I was excited about. So I'm reading this and that's kind of it. So I'm gonna go make my coffee and walk P and then we'll get our day started. I am about to head into my meeting this morning for work. We always have like a Monday morning meeting with all of our team. And then on Thursdays, we have a sales Thursday team and it's just my sales team. So our team is kind of like split in two, if that makes sense. So I'm on the sales side. I'm about to head into that meeting. I also just found out that 21 Pilots came out with a new song today. I guess they're coming out with a new album, which I did find out about like a little while back, but I didn't realize the new song came out. I don't know if it was today or yesterday actually, but regardless, it came out. It sounds so different. I'm just like a diehard 21 Pilots fan that I know that I'm going to like all of their songs, but this one is a little different. And so it kind of gives me like the same vibes as like a couple of albums ago, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting more like rock. So I'm gonna have to like get used to it, but it makes me intrigued what the rest of the album is gonna sound like. I'll put that on when I am done with my meeting. I actually already listened to it once, but I'm gonna put it on again when I'm done with my meeting. And then I think I'm going to work and listen to Onyx Storm so I can get through some of that book. So that's the plan for right now. I also have some like editing to do. I want to get through some more of You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it doesn't like fully load the preview. And I don't have any meetings today, so maybe at like lunch break we'll do our workout or something along those lines. Those are like generally the plans. I feel like today is going to be a pretty easy day and tomorrow I only have one meeting and it's in the morning at 11, so that's great. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go jump into this meeting. I just got out of my meeting for the day. If my hair looks a little white, I just put some dry shampoo in it. So just ignore that if it does. But I just finished up with a meeting and I think it went well. We have a few new people who are like, they're originally on the ops side, but like if something doesn't make sense to send to a salesperson, like if it's just not enough money, we let the ops team just take it and run with it. But because they're not trained in sales, they don't really know anything about our agreements. And part of my job is to negotiate agreements. And so they basically tapped me in to negotiate on an agreement with a client. So it was honestly like pretty nice. I personally like love meetings where it's not my client. And that's mostly because I feel like the stakes are lower. And this is just like internally, I feel this way. The reality is that I'm just as hard with other people's clients as I am with my own, but because I'm not so nervous, I feel like I talk more straightforward. I just feel like I'm like more in the zone with the whole thing. And so I end up enjoying those meetings a lot more. So I had that meeting, it went well. They're going to like finalize a few things with us us and then go from there. And now I'm just making myself some lunch. I'm starting with making some rice over here. So letting that cook, and I'm gonna watch a YouTube video while that's going. And then when it's done, I will make the rest. I'm gonna make a burrito bowl today. So that'll be really good. Let's go enjoy. I'm gonna like get away from my computer for a second, just kind of get out of work mode for a little bit. Oh my god, I'm so dumb sometimes. I was just laughing at myself because I ate my entire burrito bowl. It was great, but I was like, why do I feel like something is missing? I go to put all my stuff away. I'm like rinsing out my dish and I look over here and I'm like, oh weird, I didn't turn off the light for the rice. I completely forgot to use the rice. Like what? Who does that? So now I just have all this extra rice and I'm not even actually that hungry. Anyway, so I just had a burrito bowl without the rice by accident, but you know what? I guess I just ate less. I can't believe I did that. I guess I'm just gonna save the rice and I'll eat it in a little bit, but because I'm not hungry right now. But how funny that I completely forgot. Here it is, ready for me for later. All right, it's the end of the workday. Actually, it's far past the end of the workday. It's almost 6 o'clock now. So I'm going to head off on a quick run. We're going to be meeting up with some friends around 7-ish at a pool bar so we can go play pool. And I wanna make sure that I get some exercise in because I just haven't for the last few days and I just feel like my body needs it. Threw on a hat so that I could protect the hair from getting too sweaty, and we're gonna go just on like a 2-mile run. Gonna keep it super simple. All right, I finished my run and now we're heading out. I'm just finishing getting dressed. I'm not gonna wear any makeup because we're just going to a bar and it's gonna be dark anyway, but here's the outfit that I decided to go with. I went with something a little bit more fun just because I don't really have a time to wear something like this very often. So I figured, why not? Yeah, I tied this part a little tight, but that's okay. This is the outfit we're going for and we're just gonna head out now and go play pool. It's been a while since I've seen these people, so I'm excited. Guys, today's Friday. Actually, today's Friday the 13th. I'm just realizing. Today, we're just starting off the day. I had kind of a slow morning, which is the first morning that I've had like this. Let me backtrack a little bit. Pool last night was so fun. We got to hang out with 2 of my friends. So basically, my friend I met through work. Sadly, she was a part of the layoffs like just over a year ago. We just always stayed connected. She's one of the girls that I run with and we just, yeah, we're actually friends. Like we just met through work, but we've remained friends. So her fiance and then me and Ryan with her, obviously, like us 4 basically do like couples dates from time to time, and they're really fun because they're both like such goofy, silly people. Genuinely like the funniest people I've ever met. And I think I said that yesterday, but like it's always a good time hanging out with them. So we went out with them and played pool, had a few drinks, and it was really, really fun. So loved that. After that, we just came home. It was kind of late, so I woke up a little bit later just so I could like get my full 8 hours of sleep. But I actually woke up, I was still a little tired, but I woke up and I like got out of bed and like sat down and read, and that felt really nice too because I haven't done that in a while. I've attempted it, but I have just like kind of passed out from there. So I'm glad that I was able to actually sit down and read. I'm currently reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I think I'm like 30% of the way through, and it's so short that it's just like, it's the fast-paced type of book that I needed because I was definitely getting myself into a reading slump. So now I'm like actually excited to read and like sit down and like spend my day doing that, and I'm really loving it. But that's sort of all I have for this morning. I'm gonna start getting into work, like signed in and see what's happening today. I know I only have one 11 a.m. meeting, but Ryan is working from home today and he has 5 hours of back-to-back meetings, which is just insanity. So I'm considering going to like a coffee shop or something like that. Maybe after my 11 o'clock, I could do like a late morning onward type of coffee shop thing. We'll see. I don't know if that's actually gonna pan out, but we'll kind of like see how the vibes are once I'm done with that meeting, because it's just hard to take a meeting in something like a coffee shop. Anyway, let's just get started with work and we'll see what else we get up to today. Okay, it is lunchtime now and I'm just getting in the car and I'm gonna head over to McDonald's and I'm gonna pick up something for both me and Ryan. I don't know why I'm craving McDonald's today. It's almost 12:30, so I wanted to wait until like 1-ish to eat just because I ate so late yesterday because we were playing pool, but we're almost there, so it's good enough. I really wanted to try, they have like these chicken strips now, but I think I'm just gonna go for my usual and get chicken nuggets and like a meal. I'm picking Ryan up his food, and soon
soon they're coming back with snack wraps, which I'm so excited about, because if you guys don't already know, I have always just like bought, since they got rid of snack wraps, I was so obsessed with them that I bought a bunch of like things to make my own snack wraps just from memory, and they're bringing them back, and I'm like, I literally have the date in my head. Like, I don't even need it marked on my calendar because it's ingrained in my little brain. Everybody had been messaging me like the last 2 months or so, just being like, oh my gosh, did you hear that snack wraps are coming back? And I was like, I've been knowing that it was going to happen in July of 2025 for far too long, and I don't know why I knew that information, but it was in here. July 10th is the day. We know where I'll be on July 10th, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go get my food now. So let's head over to McDonald's, grab some food, and come back and just kind of enjoy the rest of our day, because I had an 11 a.m. Did I say this already? It got canceled. Well, it got moved to Monday, which is kind of nice because I don't love when people cancel, but I do like when they reschedule, and then I don't have to have the meeting on like a Friday. Like, if I can avoid a meeting on a Friday, that's like best case scenario. And next week I accidentally gave myself a 4-day weekend, so it's gonna be really fun too because I have tons of plans for the weekend. So anyway, let's head off and go get our food.
Can I please get a number 5 meal, medium please, with the Dr. Pepper? Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Of course, and some straws for you.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a great day.
You too.
We're back home. I just had my lunch and it actually worked out perfectly because, like I was saying before, Ryan is working from home today and he has had a really busy day. I'm trying to like stay a little bit quiet and like away from the office area. Originally he wanted to work in the kitchen, but I was like, maybe you work from the office, because he had told me he was gonna have a bunch of meetings today, and kind of grateful that he is doing that because he, for some of them, needs to be talking or like on camera or whatever, and it's just easier if like we have more fluidity, especially with P, because sometimes he can be barky. But he has truly had no breaks since about like 9:30 or 10 a.m. and it's like 1:30 right now. So it's been a really long day for him. So I just texted him and asked him what he wanted from McDonald's, and I was able to like bring it over, and like he just turned his camera off so I could just like give it to him. And it also just worked out that I had an easier day at work today, so I could just like leave, because sometimes I have days like he's having today where I like am just so head down and I can't do anything else. So I'm grateful that I was able to help out. Worked out. That was like basically my lunch break, because it takes me so long to go back and forth between McDonald's and my house. So I have a few things that I need to do for work. So I'm going to watch, I'm watching a video right now. So I'm just gonna watch here, work on my laptop here, and we're just going to end our workday like that. Hopefully nothing too crazy pops up today. I scheduled myself for some new meetings for next week, which is a good feeling too. So I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. It's the end of our workday finally, so I'm actually just getting a little, like, all my things together, just kind of putting everything back in the office now that Ryan is officially out of the office. And I think that we're going to end our night, not end our night, it's still very early, it's 6 o'clock. We just walked pee, but I think we're gonna kind of start our night, end our night with watching a movie. We both haven't seen Black Swan, so I think that's the one that we've landed on. It's always really hard for me and Ryan to come up with a movie that we want to watch, because normally I really like TV shows, not movies, and he likes movies, not TV shows, and then he likes comedies and I like thrillers, mystery, horror, that kind of thing. So it's always kind of tough to find something that we both like, but we're both intrigued by Black Swan. Neither of us have seen it, so we're just gonna give it a shot. We're gonna go watch, and then once that's done, I think I'm going to get into reading some more of my book. I kind of wanted to go do something today. I think I mentioned earlier I wanted to go work at a coffee shop, but it just like didn't pan out because I was originally gonna go after my meeting, but then there's just nothing else to do at work. It was like a really slow day today, so I didn't end up going to anywhere. So we've just been here. Hopefully that's not too boring for you guys. But let's go watch, and I'll give you guys any reactions that I have.
Are you excited to watch Black Swan?
All right, we have about 30 minutes left of Black Swan, but there's an ad break. Ryan and I have some thoughts. We don't know how it's gonna end, but we have some thoughts. But it's good so far. I'm glad that we're watching it. Do you like it so far?
I have thoughts. I am a human. My brain thinks things.
Yeah, we have thoughts. We do have thoughts. Are they about the movie? We don't know.
We don't know what our thoughts are.
Yeah.
Who understands our thoughts? Not us.
Not us. Okay, back to the movie. We finished the movie. I am gonna give it, I feel like it was like an 8 or 9 out of 10, but I only am saying that because it's really hard when I read so many books, and so I feel like I have a lot of books with like unreliable narrators, which I personally really like. I wish I would have seen it back in like 2010 when it first came out. Ryan says it's a 10 out of 10.
Art. Pure art.
I did really like I said this to Ryan directly, but I really liked the cinematography and the way everything was shot and like the way that it kept you trapped in. Like the whole reason I don't usually like movies is because I just feel like I get bored with them after like around the middle. I'm just kind of like, okay, let's keep it going. But the pacing was fantastic. I never was like bored or like wondering when it was gonna end, and the ambiguous ending. So yeah, I did really like it. Okay, that bumps it up to a 9 for me. I really enjoyed it. But now I'm going to end my night by reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I think let's see how far I am. I'm 30% of the way through. I didn't realize I stopped halfway through a chapter this morning, so I guess I have 12 minutes left of my chapter. The chapters, there's few chapters, but they're kind of long. Like they're 30-minute chapters for me to read, but there's only 15 chapters, so it is still a shorter book. And we were just listening to a snippet of a podcast that we listened to probably like a year ago with Gabrielle Zevin, and that's because she's going to be talking at a library near us over the weekend. So we were thinking of trying to snag some tickets. You have to go in person to get the tickets. So I'm gonna go tomorrow, try to get some tickets, and then Ryan will hopefully come with me too. We're kind of excited for that. I feel like people come to LA, but they don't necessarily come to our area. So it's kind of cool to have somebody come to this area. Excited for that. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out for the rest of the night. Ryan's gonna play music, I'm gonna read, and just be here. Enjoy our Friday night. It's much later. I did get distracted with the internet, but I'm back to reading. I've been reading for a little bit. I wanted to make one note about this book so far. I'm really enjoying it. Like the story itself, it had this like interesting part. I want to say around like 25% of the way through the book where you thought you had a sneak peek into like what was happening, but then it went in a different direction, which was really fun and cool. And I liked that they did that. I don't know if it's because it's a newer book or if it's because it's YA or like what it is, but they use a lot of slang in this book and I just like don't know what it means. And so I have to keep going and like looking up the things because my Kindle also doesn't register like what it is because it's slang. I'm finding myself having to pause a lot, but it is interesting to like kind of learn new slang that like, again, I don't know if it's just that it's like I'm too old now to like say these words, but it is interesting to like just kind of feel more in touch with another generation, which is so weird to say another generation, but that's the truth of it at this point. So anyway, those are my only thoughts really so far. I don't want to like give too much away. It's really good. I think I mentioned in the last vlog. Did I? I think I mentioned in the last vlog, so I don't think I mentioned it in this vlog, but basically this is a YA thriller about a girl who works at a camp that is based off of a movie that like, it's like not a real movie, but it's like a movie that happens in this book. And so they've turned the camp into like kind of like a spooky like haunted horror trail type of thing, but all of the people can like touch you and like push you or whatever. And so she works there. She's a final girl. Clearly something crazy, spooky, weird happens. Like a murderer probably comes. I haven't gotten that far, but that's basically what it's about. And it's really good so far. And it's just fast paced. I like all the characters. It's really great. I like it a lot. And it's like the perfect thing to get me out of the slump that I've been in. So I'm very happy that I'm reading this book. With all that being said, I'm gonna get back into my book and we're gonna read as much as we possibly can tonight. It's already 10:40 p.m. Wow, I did not realize it was that late. Here we are. Go read. I'm gonna stop getting distracted and I want to go read and get into more of my book. Good morning. It's the next day. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the book, like how far I got and all those things, but first and foremost, I guess my Amazon package came at like 4 in the morning, so let's go get that and then I'll tell you about my book. I'm surprised this came so soon. I got a few things. The first one, I'll start with the least exciting one. I got a 6-pack of drain snakes, which is so exciting. Our sinks have been clogging a little bit and Ryan said if I bought the drains, he would drain the sink or like snake the drains. I bought them. I can't open it, but I bought them. I also bought a new shower cap. So the last one that I had, I actually had to like cut it out because it had a cotton lining. And when you mix water in bunched up cotton, it just creates mold. I cut the cotton part out, but there was still a little bit left. So anyway, long story short, it also got moldy. I had to get a new one. And last but not least, possibly the most exciting thing I want to try out this weekend. Actually, I want to try out over the next few weeks, but I got a new hair straightener. I have had the same hair straightener since I was in like 8th grade, and it was like a hand-me-down from another friend. That hair straightener had been around for a long time. I finally bought a new one, and now that I'm going to Europe, I normally like, I don't know, I've been pretty comfortable with wearing my hair natural. I was trying to like figure out ways to wear my hair natural, but it just always frizzes, and so I started doing my hair more. And being in Europe, you can't just use any hair straightener because here we only have like the 110 or 120 volts. So I bought a straightener that goes up to 240. Luckily it was inexpensive, but I want to test it out the next few days just to like make sure that it's gonna work for me. Yeah, this one says 110 to 240. Okay, now my book, I got to page, let's see, I'm 43% of the way through now, and I'm on page 97, so I'm almost halfway through the book. I kind of feel like I'm at the point where crazy things are starting to happen. Like, these people have disappeared and they're like kind of upset that they disappeared, but then like they go into their cabin and like things just feel, for the reader, like they're a little sus. So that's kind of exciting for this book. Honestly, I have been really enjoying it a lot. I think that like, despite it being a YA novel and despite it being short, and therefore like the only reason I talk about it being short is because when a book is shorter, it doesn't have as much room to give descriptions and be like flowery because there's only so much room. But honestly, I think that's exactly what this book needed. I think that it's very straightforward. I don't feel like it being short took away from any of the descriptions or anything like that. So really liking it so far, and it is keeping me on the edge of my seat. It is actually like spooky. Like at night, I get scared when I'm reading it. So I'm really loving that. I won't be finishing it in this vlog, but I definitely will update you guys once I do finish it in whatever vlog I finish it in. That is all for today's video though. I am gonna go make a latte, start getting ready for my morning, and enjoy my weekend. But thank you for being here and just spending the last few days with me. I really appreciate you guys so much. If you guys have made it to this point in this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.